right, we're back for another overtime show.
Some wild shit happened in the world.
We got to cover it. Let everyone know.
We absolutely have to cover, especially the UFO stuff we're going to talk about tonight.
This is a good story.
Yeah. But there's also news going on in the world of UFOs.
On top of that.
Yeah.
Oh.
They pulled me back in. I'm back to being excited about UFO stuff.
He's back. He took like a month and a half, 6 weeks off.
Yeah.
From that debacle on, what was it on?
News Nation.
News Nation.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's back.
I was watching and I'm like, this is not that good.
I was not. I was out that night. I can't remember what I was doing, but I did not see it.
I'm like, Ian's not going to like this. This is disappointing. But I read this story earlier in the week, and when you said you had something for tonight, I'm like, is it this by any chance? You're like, of course
this is a good one.
I'm like, this is fucking wild.
Tell us what you got.
So I found this. I didn't find this through a news thing. I found I was browsing Reddit, the various alien and UFO subreddits I'm on, and somebody linked to a CIA file regarding some UFO activity in Russia. Pretty crazy stuff.
Was this part of the last drop, this file?
I'm not sure. I got the PDF link from CIA.gov, so it's a legit file. I'm not sure what it was, like the bigger or the broader thing.
CIA.gov.wiki.com.
/ Julian Assange. / EdwardSnowden.edu. .ru.
/ at hotmail.com. Well, now we just fucking kill the story. Yeah. He was all excited about this. And just fucking took
that was
a piss
momentum
on it.
killer, right? Yeah. That's terrible.
After Mikhail, I'm just going to read the document. After Mikhail Gorbachev dissolved in 1991, the KGB Top Secret Intelligence Administration, a lot of material from that department found their way abroad, in particular to the CIA. As reported by the authoritative magazine Canadian Weekly World News, U.S. intelligence obtained a 250-page file on the attack by a UFO on a military unit in Siberia.
Can we pause 1 second? Did you say the Canadian Weekly World News? Is this similar to the Weekly World News with Bat Boy on it?
No, Canadians have integrity.
Okay.
Yeah. This says it's
legitimate news.
It says it's an authoritative magazine.
Okay.
How dare you, Dave? You owe an apology to Canada.
I was just asking. Just making sure it's not the Weekly World News that we're all familiar with here.
They don't have Bat Boy.
Okay. Before we start up again, though, can you imagine what a time to be alive when all that breaks in the early 90s with the Soviet Union disintegrating and the treasure trove of information that comes out of those Soviet-era files and stuff, all kinds of stuff. It must have been an amazing time to be at the CIA.
What was it like, Dave? I was like 5.
Well,
tell us about it.
I wasn't that old, Mike.
Wow. Pal. You were out of high school.
Well, sure.
I was still playing with my wrestling figures.
Well, that's...
Soviets
say that about last week, though.
Soviets were the evil villains. The Soviets were the evil villains.
Yeah, it was an emerging, changing world, though.
Well,
for a bit, for a small window, short period of time.
So it goes on to say the file, they're talking about this file, this 250-page one. The file contains not only many documentary photographs and drawings, but also testimonies by actual participants in the events. One of the CIA representatives referred to this case as, quote, a horrific picture of revenge on the part of extraterrestrial creatures, a picture that makes one's blood freeze. Oh. According to the KGB materials, a quiet, low-flying spaceship in the shape of a saucer appeared above a military unit that was conducting routine training maneuvers. For unknown reasons, somebody unexpectedly launched a surface-to-air missile and hit the UFO.
Uh-oh. You sure about that?
This is probably not a good idea. It fell to earth not far away, and 5 short humanoids with, quote, large heads and large black eyes emerged from it. It is stated that the testimonies by the 2 soldiers who remained alive, that after freeing themselves from the debris, the aliens came close together and then, quote, merged into a single object that acquired a spherical shape. So they all came into one. This is where I'll tie it into the new shit. That object began to buzz and hiss sharply and then became brilliant white. In a few seconds, the spheres grew much bigger and exploded by flaring up with an extremely bright light. At that very instant, 23 soldiers who had watched the phenomena turned into stone poles.
Uh-oh.
Only 2 soldiers who stood in the shade and were less exposed to the luminous explosion survived. The KGB report goes on to say that the remains of the UFO and the, quote, petrified soldiers were transferred to a secret scientific research institution near Moscow. Specialists assume that a source of energy that is still unknown to Earthlings instantly changed the structure of the soldiers' living organisms, having transformed it into a substance whose molecular composition is no different from that of limestone. A CIA representative stated, quote, if the KGB file corresponds to reality, this is an extremely menacing case. The aliens possess such weapons and technology that go beyond all of our assumptions. They can stand up for themselves if attacked. And then the last bit is all blacked out.
Uh-oh, shit.
Yeah. It's a wild fucking story.
You know what this reminds me of? There's a story in the Bible, and do you remember Lot's wife when they were heading out of Sodom and Gomorrah, and they were told his wife not to look back? She said, I'm going to look back anyway. She turned into a pillar of salt.
Yeah.
Could this be something?
I forgot about that. Yes, that is a...
sometimes, it's a lot of ancient alien theories that a lot of that biblical stuff is based on, ancient alien type.
You know who
scenarios.
said that too? Chance the Rapper.
Really?
Yes. He said, talking about his ex being jealous of him because she, broke up with him. My ex is looking back like a pillar of salt.
Ah, boom.
Salty.
Look at that motherfucker.
He gets it. That's a good line.
He gets it. He gets it.
But maybe, I was suggesting maybe aliens have done this before, and that's where that story of Lot's wife came from.
Maybe.
Again, maybe
Giorgio Tsoukalos would tell you, yes, that is 100% what happened.
Yeah. Well, you can't argue with a guy with hair like that. But maybe not a good idea to shoot surface-to-air missiles at UFOs.
The wording of that is kind of funny. For unknown reasons, somebody unexpectedly launched a surface-to-air missile.
Bunch of drunk Russians with drinking fifths of vodka out in the forest. That's the reason.
Does it ever piss you off? This is a derail. That fucking Russia always, they invented vodka, which is a delicious drink. And you just got to be like, it's a Russian thing. Like, couldn't a better country have come up with that? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, there's good Polish vodka and French vodka and,
But, just saying.
You're not a fan of the Russians?
Well, I'm a big fan of their vodka.
Yeah, well, so are they.
Canada obviously gave us Crown Royal, the single greatest whiskey that's ever been invented, as voted by everyone.
It's hard to argue that one.
That's all I'm saying. I just wish it stemmed from someplace else. The end.
I like Finlandia vodka. I assume it's from Finland. It's tasty.
I don't think I like that one.
It's good. Very
Anyways,
smooth. In
sorry.
my opinion.
I
drink all that
derailed,
much
and
vodka.
I'll revert back, but
I have no say on
no
vodka.
no thoughts on vodka?
Nah, not a vodka guy.
No, you're a fireball guy. Last time I saw you
If
drink,
it's in-
you were a
if it's-
fireball
if
guy.
it's in front of me.
Oh, there was 8 of them in front of you, and then there was 8 of them not in front of you.
So where I tied this in on the CIA thing, or with the new stuff, when it talked about the aliens merging together, and then they start hissing and the buzzing and stuff, there's this group called Skywatcher. It's the guy from the News Nation thing, the guy that said that he was the pilot when they picked up the egg
Okay.
thing. I feel like News Nation kind of derailed that guy because he didn't claim that video was his. He just said like he was witness to it, and then News Nation was like, and here's this egg video.
It's like they just put some B-roll footage to illustrate what the guy was talking about, but like a jokey video.
Yeah, they kind of buried that dude, really. They like buried his credibility.
And for a news station that's trying to like become a big time player, I felt like they were kind of swinging for the fences and didn't do themselves any favors with this.
Yeah, that was clearly ridiculous. And
that's what I mean. Like it's
they weren't really differentiating. Like the story this guy's telling is not the video we're showing you. We're showing you some stupid B-roll.
And they hyped it and hyped it.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
So they have been releasing videos on YouTube kind of documenting what they're doing. And at first I thought it was like, okay, now we're going to go a reality TV show route with this. But the second one that they released recently is really good. And they're open to peer review. Like they want to have their shit peer reviewed and like their technology and stuff. They've been working on this stuff for 5 years, they say, and they call it the dog whistle. That it's a custom-built machine that attracts UAPs. That they can just turn it on and they show up in the sky.
Really?
And they want to have it peer-reviewed. Remember he talked about the psychics too on the show. I'm like, you got to ease people into this shit. You can't just bring this stuff up.
You're full throttle.
Pal, you can't just come out with that. You can't just full force put it in my ass. At least tease me a little bit with this. Poke around. Get me stimulated.
You're going in dry, friend.
Yeah. Settle down, Pally.
The technology is based on these people that are able to. These people are projecting something out of their brain that's able to essentially summon UFOs in the sky. And what this Skywatch team has done is replicated that ability into a machine, and they're able to just turn it on and UFOs start showing up.
That is a game changer, I would think.
What's interesting too is they have this guy that's part of their thing. Well, what brought me into it is they classify. They have 9 different classes of UAP, and one of them, a lot of them vibrate, and like the buzzing thing, like how this one that said like this thing started buzzing and vibrating. There's a lot of that in here. Like class 3 is a blob. They say that it's a pulsing, vibrating cloud.
I would like to see said machine at work.
They show, some videos and stuff. Hopefully more comes out with it. It'd be sweet to get it peer reviewed and like actually, have. It seems like the jellyfish ones are alive. The way that they talk about them. How they quote their class 7 jellyfish, purple and black head, pulses light from head to tentacle tips, observed hovering, maneuvering, reacting to human presence, appears aggressive and interested in observers, may jam radar and disable helicopters.
Are these the ones that disappear underwater then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like to become translucent, right? Yeah.
Do you ever feel like the world we're living in is not really what we think it is?
Yes, every day. More and more so every day.
What if these dudes are really tapping into some fucking weird ass shit?
Yeah.
Like I thought it was a straight up scam, but I don't know. They're claiming to have it.
How do you peer review such a thing?
I don't know.
What does that even look like scientifically?
There's one guy that's part of their team that is not a believer in UFOs or aliens at all. And he thinks that this stuff can be split up into, there's still an unknown category, but there's an American side a foreign side, mainly China, producing this stuff, and then there's the unknown. I'm assuming it's like the jellyfish is the unknown because those ones are really fucking weird. Yeah. But they have one, what is it? The manta ray. That's class 5. It's a rounded tumbling thing, and they say it has a heartbeat radar signature, and they do have a video of that, and it's like this kind of stingray shaped thing, and it just is tumbling through the air.
It's probably all just Chinese technology.
Yeah.
They patched in their frequency, and every time they turn this machine on, they just have automation that sends drones over to monitor.
They're just doing research for the next manga book they're going to write.
That's right.
They said that too, like they classified the Tic Tacs in there. That kind of like opened this shit all up a couple years ago, whatever. They say that they have evidence of the Tic Tacs bending and like being flexible while flying. Like, I don't know if it's like reality's bend, something on them is bending.
Sounds like some of that A1 bullshit. Also, orange is my favorite Tic Tac, by the way.
Is that right?
I like the orange ones.
Orange ones are good.
They're not going to freshen your breath, the orange ones. It's just
yummy
candy.
though, huh?
It's just candy.
Yeah, you just start chewing on those.
Yeah. You got to get like the green or the white if you want your breath to be fresh.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Even at that though, those things don't really do much.
You need like 4. You need to take the little container.
Yeah.
Like just the whole thing. You're better off just getting gum.
Get the
or
Altoid.
fucking. You like an Altoid? I like
do.
a gum.
They're curiously strong.
I like a gum better than an Altoid.
Really?
Yeah.
I like the Altoid.
I like an Altoid. I don't know, maybe because you chew on the gum longer, so it just feels like it lasts longer.
To me, most gum runs out of flavor in like a minute and a half tops.
I don't
I'm
disagree.
tired of it.
I don't disagree. But I think it also just keeps you salivating, which also helps prevent dry mouth and, nasty breath.
Fair enough.
But yeah, an Altoid will kind of coat your mouth with a little flavor.
Yeah, yeah. Oh. Very strong.
You give me orange
I
Tic
appreciate
Tacs,
it.
I'm eating those like fucking candy.
Yeah, same. Whole box gone.
Also, Luden's cough drops. That's fucking candy.
I like cough drops too.
But like, remember Luden's?
I keep an unwrapped one in my pocket. No, I'm just kidding. Next to my handkerchief.
Sure you do, old man.
Yeah. No,
Next
those
to you,
Ludens
where
are,
there's originals.
those are like, they're just candy.
Luden's used to be so good.
They're absolutely candy. Sure.
Yeah, they didn't have like the menthol flavor, which as a kid I didn't like.
Yeah.
So it was just
cherry.
like it was like a cherry hard candy. Yeah. Have you had that? The Ludens?
Yeah. Yeah, those are like candy.
Do they still make those? I haven't
Yeah, I have
seen.
some upstairs. Sure.
Yeah,
Of course you do, old man. A whole jar of hard candies. You youngins should take some when you get on the road.
Some fucking hard Ludens as candy.
I'm putting out that ribbon candy like Ian's grandma this year.
All right.
I'm gonna be ready.
Didn't we talked about all that, right?
Yeah.
Just fucking sticking your bare hand in this candy dish.
I'm gonna be ready to go. You need a chisel to break it apart in there after coagulating.
Yeah.
I still don't know that ribbon candy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good.
It sounds like it'd be delicious, but not after everyone else fucking fucked it.
I'll tell you it's clean and you'll eat some regardless.
Okay. Okay.
I'll be like, no, I just put that out before you walked in. No one's touched it yet. It's virgin ribbon candy.
I pick up one piece, the entire fucking thing comes up with the dish included to it. Well, about that, pal. All right. Anything else on your story, Ian?
One last thing.
Yeah.
The egg. The egg is the 9th class on here.
Oh.
They don't know what the egg is. They've never really observed the egg flying around in the air. The only reason that really that the egg is a category on here is because that's what he picked up. Doesn't know what it was at all.
Interesting.
So he probably should have just Jake Barber and his company, Skywatcher, they probably should have gone a different route unveiling this stuff, not with News Nation.
Didn't really work out.
No.
How they thought it would.
If they would have came out like what they've been doing recently, then yeah, it would have been a lot better. Just kind of
They kind of went really big
yeah.
and maybe overshot what they could do. If they would have just pushed it out slowly, maybe it
Or
would have
just
been better.
News Nation throwing that random ass video on there.
or they had
What do you think? Did News Nation fuck them? Is that what it was? Was it just
I don't know.
maybe they were honest with News Nation and News Nation's like, "Nah, we're gonna get some ratings out of this."
that's not too exciting. They should have got final approval for the story, and then when they saw that egg, they're like, "Oh, we're not airing this. That's not our egg."
Yeah.
Hashtag not my egg.
Yeah,
That's all I got. Till next time.
it's a good update, man.
I'm glad you're back on the UFO bandwagon.
Yeah.
You weren't your same.
I know.
The same old Ian Namapod.
The world's a better place when I'm back into UFOs.
I agree. And MUFON's better off for it, too.
Yeah, that's true.
It's an election year. You got to make sure you get those votes to be president. Dave, you got one more for us?
I do. Back into some true crime stuff here. Cold case team identifies remains as known victim of serial killer duo. Who do you think that duo might be? Let's find out. On April 19th, 1985, Lonnie Wayne Bond Sr., his girlfriend Brenda Sue O'Connor, their 1-year-old son Lonnie Wayne Bond Jr., and a family friend, Robin Scott Stapley, went missing from Wilseyville, California. 2 months later, on June 2nd, when Charles Ng and Leonard Lake were arrested for shoplifting, police quickly realized Lake bore no resemblance to the photo on his driver's license, which read Robin Scott Stapley. The license plate on Lake's vehicle was also registered to Bond Sr., but the VIN on the car was registered to Paul Cosner, who had disappeared from San Francisco in November of 1984. A utility bill found in the car led detectives to a remote property in Wilseyville. Property soon revealed Lake and Ng as serial killers. As the investigation continued, the bodies of Bond Sr. and Stapley were found buried in a shallow grave about a mile from Lake's property. Police also unearthed over 40 pounds of burned and crushed human bone fragments, corresponding to a minimum of 11 bodies. In 1985, these remains were interred in the San Andreas crypt, along with over 1,000 unidentified pieces of human remains. Can you imagine? That's like fucking, I don't even know what I was going to say. Just a pile of, like on a smaller scale, like 9/11, when they just had a pile of bones to pick through. Last week, the Calaveras Cold Case Task Force team confirmed the remains of Brenda Sue O'Connor from those remaining in the crypt. O'Connor's remains were prepared for transport back to her family on Thursday, April 10th. Lonnie Jr. has not been found yet. That's the 1-year-old. Go ahead.
I think, if I remember correctly, based on Ng's drawing. Remember in prison, he used to draw like goofy cartoons, what he thought were goofy cartoons. I think the baby was burnt. That's what it was alluded to, is that they burned the baby.
And he had all those quips about baby fried something.
Yeah.
In 2021, given advancements in DNA technology, including genetic genealogy, the Calaveras Cold Case Task Force undertook the enormous task of re-examining the remains to facilitate the possibility of identification. O'Connor's remains were identified due to advanced analysis by the California Department of Justice, extensive state-of-the-art forensic work by private laboratories, and the use of forensic investigative genetic genealogy. Cold Case Task Force members spent over 3 years confirming the identification. These additional investigative efforts have finally provided answers to the family of Brenda O'Connor, and the return of Brenda's remains will signify the first reunification of Brenda with her family in a heartbreaking yet necessary reunion. It is our hope that Brenda can finally rest in peace, the Calaveras County Sheriff's Office said in a statement. In January 2025, so that was 3 months ago, the Calaveras Cold Case Task Force and partners used genetic genealogy to successfully identify remains from the Wilseyville property as Reginald Reggie Frisbee. Frisbee, who was born in 1956 in New York, had never been reported missing and was previously not considered or suspected to be a potential victim of the Wilseyville serial killers. So at the conclusion of the project, any unmatched DNA will be submitted to the missing person's DNA database for comparison and with hope of future identification. So they are still identifying victims out there from our friends Leonard.
Not my friend.
Not your friends.
I don't like either one of them.
Charles and Leonard. After all these years.
who knows how many people they killed.
Yeah. And I'm sure that's just an estimate of at least 11
Yeah.
victims in that pile of bones.
Right.
Who fucking knows? Wild. Like we said,
That-
we've said it numerous times. You're going to be finding more of this as DNA technology advances based on.
For all serial killers, right?
Yeah,
You'll
kinds of-
find a ton. Do you think Israel Keys will come up as like the most? Or is it too hard to pinpoint him because he was all over?
I don't think there's any
Like,
way
is-
to pinpoint him.
Is him being all over better or worse for tagging him to some of these? Because we've done a ton of shows where it's been like one of those, could be in Israel Keys, but we don't know.
I think he was too careful. He didn't leave any DNA evidence, right?
Was he the one with the kill kits?
Yeah.
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 There's still some of those out there somewhere.
Yeah.
One turned up, I can't remember how many years after, but they're out
crazy?
there.
That's wild.
You want to
They're
go
gonna-
searching for him?
I'll do a kill kit search.
We call dibs on it. Like you get it, you get to
We get
Auction it off?
We get the exclusive.
Put it on your Etsy shop?
no, hopefully they can find more people.
No.
That's
Those guys are fucking brutal, man.
that the footage because they taped everything and that little bit of footage that came out, it really like kind of fucks with my head. It's
Yeah.
very creepy because like, you know, like when my thing when I'm always like trying to rationalize something, I'm like, life isn't like a movie. Life doesn't play out like that. In that video, you see it and it's very unsettling. That woman's not screaming. She's just fucking terrified and silent, you know? And that reality's super scary. It's not a good case.
That's probably just scratching the surface there of what those guys did.
Yeah.
and
Oh,
taped.
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was only like, there
If
was only a
that's-
couple seconds online.
If that's the only part that ever got out.
Can you imagine? Yeah.
I think a lot of that was destroyed, rightfully so.
Oh,
I don't
man.
think there's any need to keep that evidence around.
Someone had to watch
Well,
it.
but
Yeah.
you might want to keep it just in case it can help identify another person. Or did they identify everyone that was in those videos?
I don't know specifically. I don't remember.
Yeah.
You know,
It's been a while.
because you don't want to destroy evidence, obviously, if it's going to if it's an unsolved thing.
Yeah. I remember part 3 of that series, we went over one whole transcript of that tape. This is maybe a little too in depth on that one.
Yeah, probably. Did Country Mike read it?
I don't think so.
Hey there, bitch.
Country Mike, I think, has not been around in 18 years.
It wasn't even
and
necessary.
NASCAR
Toy Box
Mike.
Killer wasn't even from the South. He was like from out west.
it
and
was
like,
just something we
Hey
did.
there, bitch.
It was just something we did, yeah.
We're like, this would sound
like-
good in Country Mike's voice for no apparent reason.
There were people that I think I had speculated, like, oh, it was so repulsive that they retired him. No, that was not the case. It was just, it didn't make any sense to begin with.
That's right.
And it just never made sense to bring back. Like, we didn't retire it for any reason.
It's just a bad idea that was a one and done because it
Yeah.
was so ridiculous.
Yeah, it just didn't, it wasn't great.
Probably wondering why you're tied up like that.
That's right. That's
Why
exactly
I have a southern accent in New Mexico.
You're probably scared, wondering why you're tied up. Like, it just was a bit that didn't work. That's why it's
Because these boys are from Ohio and they're morons and they don't know what the fuck they're
in
doing.
all fairness, it was back when we thought no one was listening.
That's true. You're just dicking around, right?
Yeah.
It's like the 5th episode.
Look, anything we said in 2019, we're pardoned from.
Yeah.
That means all voices, all T-shirts, all photo shoots. We're pardoned from all of that from 2019.
You looking for Photoshop or photo shoot amnesty?
Just buy me that FUBU jersey. And I'll do that. Buy me that FUBU jersey.
Hey there, bitch. You're probably wondering why I'm in a FUBU jersey with a southern accent out in New Mexico in ICP face paint.
With a hatchet in my hand.
I don't rightly know myself, but... Hey, ChatGPT, create a picture of Mike in ICP uniform with talking with a southern accent.
I'm just saying.
In a FUBU jersey.
If you buy me the FUBU jersey, you don't need Chat GPT. I will do the shoot. But Cool Down Media will pay for my FUBU jersey and my Faygo bottle. That's all I want. I'll buy my own makeup. Ian's already agreed to help me put the makeup on.
I'm sure he has, pervert.
I don't know why pervert has anything to do with that one. I'll do a whole photo shoot. It'll be great.
He's been itching to paint your face for years.
Well, that's inappropriate. Okay. Now everyone's all up to date on the news. Bye.